Stop seeing my name like quiet. I could write like that. Find me your next man. Don't stop seeing my name like quiet.
Go find a send more music because if it is chilling, go find it. Okay, yeah, get any yaba. No, message me.
Ever since. You will sack them. When you are busy taking care of other things, they will be jumping from the backstage where the DJ stands because they know there is a security guy at the entrance, where the staircase is. So over there, they will not pass there. When you are busy, before you know they are there. Yeah, and sometimes too, the event promoters, oh, this one is part of it, this one is part of this. You fight that. Roland was fighting because of that thing. So if you saw Roland fighting, it was because of that thing. It wasn't Roland alone. Most of our team members. It's a war that we have been fighting. Like before the show, and we fight, sir. Me, I've been fighting people, sir. Before Shatta will come, you would clear everybody. You want to make sure everybody is off the stage. Oh, 10 minutes into the performance, you tell them, and sometimes when you don't also manage it well, they bring confusion, which will affect the main performance. So we try to manage it well. So yeah, I understand how you are feeling about it, and it's good that you have also called our attention to it. We can't know it all, so when some people call our attention to it like this, we also pay critical attention to it and we deal with it. What else apart from the stage thing? What else would you want to say?
Well, it was a great performance. It was really, the whole program was on point. And I like one thing Shatta also did.
Okay.
He tried to preach unity on the stage about Fancy Gadam
and Makasio
and Rwanda mostly. And he tried to preach unity among them, which I really like. If we are anytime we have the platform, we should try and preach unity. So I really support that. Yeah.
Well, an observer's report, and that is how beautiful it is when they are reporting from afar. It is like this because they don't know what goes on within. So it is always good to get an observer's view. The next time you also put it into planning. So thanks, Clifford, for this observation. Yes. Now, Roland, take us through. What can you also tell the people who missed the action?
Well, if you missed the action, I would entreat you to follow the reviews and the highlights and some of the videos trending. But then, like you said, you can only see what you are being shown on the screens and other stuff. That's when you are from afar. But up close, it was a very beautiful experience. I mean, coincidentally, it was just a year after when we had also when we went to the north, and that's when we were not in Tamale, but our trip was extended to Bolga. So going back north again was during that same period, a year after, and it was also a very beautiful experience. I mean, with the reception even from the fans at the airport through to the principal streets of Tamale to the chief's palaces and all of that was a very beautiful experience. Even before the team touched down, already there was an announcement of Shatta carrying some of the fans to Tamale to also enjoy or have an experience with him on traveling with the Shatta movement team. How it feels like, the kind of arrangements and stuff, and coming up close to some of the things or some of the decisions that have been taken on the management level in close quarters when we are at the apartment, some of the activities that happen, what we do and all of that was an experience that so many people would not have. Exactly. So from that one, even to the team touchdown, when we went through with the help of Fancy Gadam and his team, led us through the Chongu Palace, then to the Dakwema Palace, that Shatta is a chief of that particular area, or a sub-chief of that particular area.
Really?
Yeah. When he was installed, the dance hall now. Enskined the dance hall now. Yes, the dance hall now. Some few years ago. So when he went there, it was almost home away from home, and he had to link up with his sub-chief and the Dakwema Na himself. And for me, I was just enjoying the difference in culture and tradition as they exhibited their culture and tradition. Seeing chiefs sit on the ground and all of that was another form of experience for you because elsewhere, one of my said that's the form. You understand? But it was very beautiful cultural display through the streets, the kind of reception. I mean, Shatta's presence in the streets is always crazy.
Of course.
It's always crazy, and through the streets and everything was beautiful. To the hotel, then that same night, the concert happened. I mean, when you are on the street, you can clearly hear the commentaries and everything. We went as part of the road management team, went the day before, and even in the night, we went to some places to check out some 1 or 2 levels, and you can hear the feedbacks from some of the people about the event and Shatta's inclusion and how far Fancy Gadam has come and how big he is up north. And that is why I wasn't surprised when I started seeing headlines of this particular concert being the biggest to happen up north. You understand? So it wasn't so much surprising. And on the day, that performance, I mean, for the first time, like seeing Fancy Gadam perform up close, the last time he did that at Bukum Boxing Arena, I was there. But where I was and where the stage was, seeing him was so small. But over the weekend, I was able to get the privilege of getting close to him on stage, to watch him perform live, and the energy and display and the way the people were responding to him back to back to back to back was definitely the envy of so many musicians. And I would say congratulations to him. It is no joke putting up such an event. True. And in fact, hosting a top icon, a superstar like Shatta Wale and his team. I mean, Shatta Wale alone is a handful, much less the entire team, including fans joining and other arrangements. So it was a very beautiful experience, and we thank God for a successful show, free of casualties and other form of conversations that may have erupted. And so far, it was a very beautiful experience, and I would say congratulations to Fancy Gadam and his team.
Well, so I know the debate has been on in Tamale. Many are saying this is the best to have ever been recorded in the region so far. They have been doing shows at the Tamale Sports Stadium, but what they saw for the one-done concert for Shatta Wale and Fancy Gadam, they've not experienced such a thing before. It was huge, and indeed it was. So on this note, let me say congratulations to Fancy Gadam, of course, the mastermind of the show, for putting together the pieces, and Shatta Wale also agreeing to pass through to support a younger brother in the industry as well. So congratulations. But I've seen some reports from Tamale. Many are not happy that the media seems to be throwing the light on Shatta Wale more than Fancy Gadam. There was a Joy News report where Joy News report made it look like, oh, it was only the Shatta Wale attention that they captured. They could not even capture the guy whose show he hosted. And I don't know, what advice can we give to such people? They think the media in Accra and the top media houses are publicizing Shatta Wale's presence on the show more than Fancy Gadam, who was the host. What do we tell them, Bano, Clifford?
That one to be difficult.
Okay.
It will be difficult because, let me quote Bible. The less is blessed of the highest. Whilst on the also no, or the insurer ever count.
Okay.
There's no way I'll step out with you, brother. I'll take the shine. Even if it's my show, even if it's my organization.
Okay.
In the media space, there's no way I'll step out with you that I'll take the shine.
Okay.
If we count, would they ever not a bit a flow now become
overflow? Yeah.
Exactly. So that one is something expected, and moreover to every media house behind the projects. Like Obia, let me digress a bit. You see this our strike issue. Okay. There's one particular media house on our project. The agenda is our project false information
about the strike.
Yeah, about the nurses.
Okay, about the nurses.
Yeah, which I don't know if he's been paid or whatever, but you can realize it's more aligned to one particular. But I can't blame such a media station too. Okay. Your only station, the open or yeah. So if you also want to be heard out there, go out there
and talk.
Take shots, put it out there. Obi abete. So that's all I can say.
I see. Well, what do you also think might be happening, and what can we tell such people?
I wouldn't
who are
want
pushing
to
that
say.
agenda?
I wouldn't want to say it's normal, but I want those people to also understand that these are two top big musicians in their own right, and they enjoy different form of publicity in terms of who they are and the kind of reception they have. So it is not so surprising. But again, this is no disrespect to Fancy Gadam and his team, because whatever is done, or regardless of whoever is enjoying the hype or whoever people think is enjoying the hype, the show is in whose name? Okay. It's in Fancy Gadam's name. He put up the show. He made this happen. He hosted Shatta Wale and his people. So this is an add-on to me to Shatta's brand. Okay. That is how people should see it. Okay. And much of the glory, whether you like it or not, is going to Fancy Gadam and his team. Okay. At the end of the day, Shatta came to support Fancy Gadam on his show, hosted by Fancy Gadam and his team. So to me, I don't think this should be an issue. Okay. I don't think this should be something that people should cry or have an agenda about. Besides, whose show did they go to? It was Fancy Gadam show. And if you want to see his performances, or if you are looking for evidence of the fact that he was big on the night as well, the videos are there. Unless you don't want to focus on it, unless you don't want to feed on that information, or you don't want to use it, else Fancy Gadam's performances are there. I mean, I saw one video on TikTok. People were, when he was on stage waving, and people were chanting, "One done, one done, one done," and it was crazy, knowing that we also have one done in our corner, and people like the whole stadium chanting "one done" to Fancy Gadam. So those videos are there. So if you don't want to feed on those videos, I am not the one to tell you that Fancy Gadam also made a huge impact on the night. So for me, I think they don't have a case. The show is in Fancy Gadam's name, and nobody can take that away from him. Even if people are publicizing Shatta Wale, or people are posting Shatta Wale's video, at the end of the day, whose show was it? It was Fancy Gadam's show. Everybody will refer to that, and that is the bragging right. He brought Shatta Wale to Tamale, and that's it.
Well, so that is to be noted to such people pushing that agenda. It is like that. No matter what, I believe Fancy Gadam even has enough respect for Shatta Wale, and he knows who Shatta Wale is. Reason he went all out to get him to be part of the show. Whatever discussion they are going to have, or they are having elsewhere, Fancy Gadam's name will be attached to it. They might mention more of Shatta Wale, but the name Fancy Gadam is still attached to it, and that is to be expected. Bano used one example. You go somewhere with someone who is bigger than you, definitely you enjoy from the person's umbrella, and I'm sure that is what is happening. So fans of Gadam Nation, take it cool, take it cool. I learned some Fafrawedo. Is it paso? I have to get it again. I forgot it. Well, let's move on to another story still related to Shatta Wale, and this I'm asking a question. Why are many of the legendary musicians always singing the praise of Shatta Wale? And I can just mention a cool number that they are on record, and internet doesn't lie. When you go online right now, you see many of them singing the praise of Shatta Wale. And I'm wondering, okay, those people are, but the current musicians, hardly do we even see many of them do that. But these legendary musicians, they don't even have enough. Like, they are not even getting enough to mention. Bring Shatta Wale's name, they go like, hey, that guy. Oboba J. Adofo is on record to have praised Shatta Wale a lot. In fact, is on record to have praised Shatta Wale. Daddy Lumba is on record to have praised Shatta Wale. Latest is one very revered, in fact, very respected musician of all time, Ajako Nimo. He's also singing Shatta Wale's praise, and he even wants to have a feel of him. Wow, interesting times. Well, in this interview with Kafui Day of GTV fame, the old professor has said one of the things he would want to do in his life before he passes is to meet Shatta Wale. And again, he's saying the gentleman has done a lot for the music industry. He has been different, and his love for him does not know boundaries. Let's go catch this interview, a portion of it, and when I come, ask my bro, what is it about these legendary musicians and what Shatta Wale is doing, confessing it and talking about it, even more than his contemporaries that he is rolling with. What is happening? Let's go watch this. I'll be back.
I'm just curious now. You are a musician of many years. What kind of music do you listen to now? What kind of music do you listen to these days? Do you listen to music?
Jazz.
Oh, you like jazz.
Duke Ellington.
Oh, Duke.
Take the A train.
Yeah.
Pa-da-da. Pa-da-da-bi-di-bi-da-bi-di-da. Da-da. Straight home.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Cat Anderson was my personal friend.
He was?
And then this boy, great musicians. Oh,
They were great. Wonderful. And the new ones, the new generation. I heard that you like Shatta Wale. Is it true?
Pardon?
Do you like Shatta Wale?
Yeah, Shatta Wale.
Why are you smiling?
Shatta Wale, I haven't met him before.
Okay.
But I like him.
Why?
You see, he tried to be different,
Okay.
to do the different thing. I've been thinking of once inviting him
Yes.
just to come and visit me.
No, I'll send a message to him.
Tell me that I just want to.
Hold his hand.
I love him.
Right after this interview, I'll call him.
Tell him
And then you speak to him.
he should come and see me. Help me to walk.
Shatta Wale. What about, he said he tries to be different.
Yeah.
Why is that important?
Shatta Wale. If he doesn't like it, he will tell you.
Okay.
He's so free. He works very hard.
Yes.
I'll tell you something.
Yes.
Joe Appiah, the past lawyer,
Yes.
married Mrs. Peggy Appiah,
Yes.
a wife,
The white lady from UK.
and it was a big thing. So somebody interviewed Mrs. Appiah. Why do you like a black man? Oh, the answer is simple. I love him.
Finish.
Shatta Wale, catch you say. Koni Mose,
Too much.
I just want to see him.
I will tell him.
Tell him.
That he should come and you can see him.
Yeah.
He will come. He will come. If now you don't play, but if you could.
Well, Ro, start this for me. What do you think is really happening?
Shatta Wale. That's the name. That's the name.
This is what some people will say. He's whoever he says he is. He's him. He's him. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. Like doing this for that long and still having that level of impact. It's not a joke. Charlie, it is not a joke. Like there are some industries that you find yourself, or even this same industry, like you do something for some level of time and okay, we know you did that thing some.
Yeah.
But this one, we know he did and we want to meet him. Like for the past years, there has never been a single week that nobody wants to do something with Shatta Wale before.
Yeah.
Like week in, week out, you like calls keep coming. I want to do this with Shatta Wale. I want to meet Shatta Wale for this. I want to do this with Shatta Wale. Shatta Wale has to do this. Shatta Wale is this. Shatta Wale. Charlie!
It's crazy.
One person. And this particular one there, for me, I'm not surprised. They say real recognizes real.
Yeah.
And that is what is happening. And my happiness is out of the fact that these veterans, as much as they may not be practicing actively like the hot-blooded ones in the system or the trendy ones, still follow whatever goes on in the industry.
I see.
And are not swayed by some of the commentaries in the space. But they are able to, from whatever situation, deduce the good from the bad.
Okay.
You know, the probability that some people who do not practice actively in the space for some time may fall victim to some of these misconceptions about people is high. But interestingly, you have these same people knowing, regardless, some of them will tell you that, yes, we know you people, or we know people have been saying that he is this, he is that, he is this, he is that. We know. But we still know this good side of him. Even though we've probably not come closer to him before, not met him before, but then we still know that he has this good side. Or we've observed he also has this kind of side. Listen to what the legendary Jacqueline said. He said, yes, I know if he doesn't like you, he will tell you. He will tell you. But he still knows the other side of him, the impact that this man has had in the industry or is having in the industry, and still wants to meet him. It is not just by chance. You can't get here by the mere fact that you are also a musician. No. Your work, your impact, and even the level of impact you have in this industry will determine some of these things. And for me, am I surprised? Yes. No.
Yeah, you are not surprised.
I am not surprised. But there's always this joy that fills my heart. And I find it always interesting hearing some of these testimonies or seeing some of these things, or even meeting people. Charlie, take me to Shatta Wale. Charlie, I want Shatta Wale to do this. We want Shatta Wale to do that. We want to meet Shatta Wale for this. We want to meet. Everybody wants to have a thing or two with Shatta Wale.
I see.
And I wonder how this man sleeps whenever his head touches the pillow. Like, yes. Like that, and it is not as if he doesn't know.
Yeah,
he knows.
Yeah,
I mean, even
yeah. This is your boy Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my channel. So wanna subscribe him. If you wanna click bell no do. Na me the video be out tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you wanna drop a comment was so. Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share, no brother, and I was system who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post on what they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan quote send dia blend good news. Blend never share, never subscribe, no brother, and our system who edumede in the more platform do. Video be able post on what they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say won't the day Shatta Wale fan quote send dia blend good news by Shatta Wale. Ne bomb than share, no brother, and our sister who edumede in Wale Music TV. Thank you.